like some reviews said it was cringy, and I was like, his movie. It's okay. It's a kid's movie, right? It's gonna be like some parts where we think it's kind
Yeah.
of like, ugh. But man,
Yeah.
Swifty, he be talking to himself. I'm like, what are you saying? Why are you rambling?
I, I think that I will say right now the best thing in that movie is Lenny.
Lenny.
Um,
You
Facts,
guys don't know
bro.
who Lenny is? Lenny. Oh my
Lenny,
Was the
god.
goat.
Lenny.
Uh, well, Lenny saved the movie. To be honest,
Yeah, he kind of did when he
like,
flew. Oh my.
and
um,
just like
I
his.
like to say that PB was absolutely garbage.
But
Like
yeah, his role.
for
Dang.
being like like I
Kinda
mean
like a more.
like for me like him being like this giant, you know, polar bear. I feel like they were trying to make it, you know, to where he was like the kind of like the cowardly lion, like the nice
Yeah.
polar bear. But then they
Mhm.
had him
Really
like in the
giant.
middle sometimes. Like he wasn't friendly, and then he
Yeah.
was like he was had this persona of being friendly, but then he just did like he like
Characters were
didn't.
inconsistent. Like what's Magna? One day she's like, I hate you, Swifty. Next thing you know, she's like, I love you, Swifty. Like you're the best thing ever since sliced bread. So
Yeah, it's just like, and like there was nothing to really like change that. It was just like,
mhm.
uh,
The one
she
good thing
just
is
kind of
like,
just flip flop mid movie.
do you believe it deserves a
Man,
50%
the
Rotten
walrus,
Tomatoes?
bro.
I don't.
Uh,
What even?
where do you
Yeah,
even
he's
come
terrible
from?
for
Like,
it. It didn't make.
Okay,
They
it
didn't know
didn't
him properly.
explain anything.
Yeah.
uh,
Mm.
Like, why is he using robot legs? Not even gonna tell
uh,
us?
Why does he have
Okay.
bird thing? He said.
Like,
and his backstory did
the
not make any
puffins.
sense. He was just like, he was,
Yeah, he got
He
angry.
fell
He just started,
off a
eh,
10-foot
like,
iceberg.
he fell off an iceberg and immediately wanted to take over the world.
Like,
Um,
he literally got butthurt because someone said, we didn't want your invention. We didn't want to use it. So he said, well, let me just destroy the world then.
Do you believe it deserves
Swifty-
a 30% Rotten Tomatoes? Do you believe that?
I don't think it was as bad as the 13%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like probably like a
I'm
30.
gonna be honest. I don't think it's that bad.
I died.
I'm not gonna say it's 13. What I will say is
Bad. It's a bad movie.
it
Could say it's not above 50 for me.
Yeah, it's like a 30. I'll give it a 40. I'll give it 40. Being generous, give it 40. Not bad.
I mean,
Because there's still some good. Like some parts as a kid will be funny. I mean, it doesn't take that much intellect.
I don't know.
to
For
say
me,
yes.
if you're genuinely confused on what is happening, and it's a kids movie that's supposed to have like this kind of like direct, oh, this
Yeah.
is what's happening, and you can't follow it as a kid, that's not going to be enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
It had parts where it was trying to make you laugh, and to be fair, I laughed, and it was most of it because it was bad.
Yeah, you laugh at it,
Yeah.
not with it.
Um,
Cause Chris, there's someone to the right. He's in that room to the bottom.
Oh, really?
He's to the right, right? Like all the way to the right. Oh, there he is.
The script was pretty bad.
Mhm. Like I could tell, like Renner tried to do his little magic, which is fine. You go off script a little bit. He tried to make it more funny, but like when he did those little random to himself, that was him trying to make it more like funny. He just kind of sound crazy, but given the benefit of the doubt, script was terrible. And some characters just didn't feel. I don't know. We need more Lenny. We need more like. This need more Lenny.
I mean, like Swifty freaks out after 5 people are like trying to get his autograph. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
mm.
It never really explained why the Arctic dogs hated their job so much. I mean, it just said we're tired and old. It's like, what is okay?
Yeah.
Man, that's tough. And then there's some parts was like, why his pants off. Why is he?
Yeah, why was Swifty basically naked? Why did Swifty wake up and not like he had freaking stuff on his face as if he just went to a party in college
burping
and he
just
woke up forgetting things. Like
hanging
this
there.
that's it honestly was confusing to me to where like sometimes I was questioning, is it even trying to is this trying to appeal to kids anymore?
Oh yeah, it's like, and they like force
I don't know.
things. Like they would force things to happen. This is fine, but that goes with the plot. The plot was bad, so they had to force things to make the movie go on. Because it's only like a 2-hour movie. It didn't feel like a 2-hour movie.
It's an
'cause the
hour and a
plot was short.
half.
Hour and a half? Oh, I thought it was. Oh, I guess this wasn't a long movie, but I think if the movie was longer, they could probably expand more. But I mean, the budget was like what, 51 million, and they like lost 41 million. Terrible. That's awful. How do you? I've seen. That's bad. Bad.
Yeah, I mean, the budget was 50 million and the box office was 9.8. So it really just wasn't good. I mean, I that there was nothing about that movie that makes me say it wasn't trash.
Chris? Oh, let me see. He's here. He's moving. Himself? Oh, snap!
Man, it was very just all over the
Nice.
place. It was like, and there's and although
It's so bad.
that,
It's hard to explain, guys.
He's
honestly,
speechless. That's how bad.
there's so much going on. For me, it's just mainly just the plot. The execution was okay.
You could tell
It
they
seemed
spent money on it. Like it
Yeah,
wasn't
it
a
seemed-
bad
yeah.
It looked
Yeah.
visually
visual.
like yeah, it
Mhm,
looked,
yeah, the visual was
looked-
good. But when a plot of a movie is hard to follow, it's really hard to enjoy it. It is like when it just keeps going all over the place, like with a bunch of different
Guys, you don't
twists.
understand. We were laughing the whole time, like everything, because everything was so random. We laughed at
Yeah.
like everything. When Lenny popped up, we were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Lenny!" Like it was.
He had characters popping up. Like Thomas was saying, there's one point in the movie where Swifty somehow survives a freaking explosion. Which,
And the girl made it sound like she
not
was
to,
supposed
not
like
to,
they were
yeah,
supposed to
not to
die.
mention Jade. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she's
was
like-
like, you can't do it. And then he does it. He's like, he lands in the snow. And then you're right. Like, some dude just pulls up. Like, who are you? Why are you here? Don't know. In comparison to what I've watched, because I've watched a lot of movies and I can't obviously remember them all on my top of my head. But from what I've seen in the last few years, I guess, that was arguably the worst movie I've seen in a long time.
Long time, yeah. Was it worth? Okay. Was it worth 12? No. Was it good? No. Was it decent? Probably not. It was. If I took my kid to that, and they said they didn't know what's happening, I won't blame them. I know what's happening.
If I took my kid to that and he said that he enjoyed it, um, let's just say I wouldn't have a kid anymore.
It's not my type.
And
Okay.
I mean, maybe some of the names like what's a Magna? You know that saying or Magna? Like I don't even know who that one name is Magna. Swifty. We already know
And
Swifty.
you know what I will
Swift-
say though, like
Mhm.
watching it, I that's another thing. It's like I couldn't necessarily understand every character's name.
We didn't get the two characters till the end. I don't remember them. Like there's two like that Weasel and the other Weasel, whatever he is.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't remember them. They said at the end, but this is good for like a cartoon. Like kids like the characters. That at least make the characters cool. Or likable.
Yeah, and like
Yeah,
and having them have like very like those names that you really can't remember. Like they have names like Magna.
Yeah,
And like yeah, like those weasels, their names like nobody even knows them. Yeah, it's it's a kids movie though. Characters
characters weren't
gotta
strong.
have
Hey.
some type of noble
Characters
names.
weren't strong. Like Lenny was funny, but he wasn't a strong character. There's a difference. Like he was funny, right? He's a comic relief. Get that. PB was something. He didn't do anything. I don't know what he did. Big guy didn't really do anything. Jade was there sometimes. She wasn't even in the movie most of the time. She's like in there towards the end, but like she wasn't really in the movie. And then Swifty.
Oh yeah.
Swifty. I mean.
Yeah, she's supposed to be
he's
this
funny.
like lovable character, Swifty, but then
Yeah,
considering
it's
she's not present a lot of the time.
PB,
And like their love story was never really like
That was
you could tell like they were
stupid.
you could you could tell they were
I
like
came back
supposed to be
for
together,
you.
but like
Bro,
you really
what?
like you never really
That's
gave us some plot to like their love story at all.
Came back for you, Swifty.
I-
Oh really?
For you,
Wow.
Swifty.
Swifty was not helping
Okay,
himself.
cool.
Like, I get the childhood friends and stuff, and like the childhood thingy towards in the beginning, and
Yeah,
then
we didn't see any connection. It was just like,
Mhm.
oh, I built this for you.
We won. Let's go.
Now you love me. Like
Facts.
what? What? My lost words, man.
That's always.
Even the main
Uh,
character
Yeah.
didn't even have like the best development. He wanted to be the Arctic dog.
I want to see. I want to see on the list who they count as main characters because they say Jay's a main character. She's not. She was the only main character was Swifty out of that whole movie because everybody didn't get character development, and Swifty was terrible main character. Like, oh my.
Oh, I want to be an Arctic dog.
I'm not controlling my action, but like
God.
It's because
Guys.
your controller sat there through that whole movie.
He's like, what is this kid doing?
Why are you putting me through this torture? Necessarily say that if I was a kid, that like if I was younger, that I would know what the freaking I wouldn't even know what it was about. Because
Oh, yeah.
I didn't watch the trailer. But I know at least from reading it and from what I had assumed, it was more about this guy becoming, you know, that underdog story, having that becoming the Arctic dog. But it took 20 minutes for this man became the Arctic dog. Like, it had nothing to even do with him really becoming the Arctic dog.
Oh yeah.
It was like, oh, you're an Arctic dog now, automatically.
And it was
Because
so
the
easy.
other ones got kidnapped.
Like, yeah, it was so easy. He's like, oh, yeah, like you said, oh, I'm Arctic dog now. It's like, oh, okay.
Yep.
I was complaining
He had
how I was.
he had no struggles either. It was like, oh, you can't do it because you're small, and then he literally did it.
He did it. It's like, oh, you
Like
just,
there was no actual
Yeah.
up and
there
coming.
wasn't really there wasn't character building. Like
was like,
like
oh,
him
you
getting
got it.
stronger or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It just
shows us how
kind of
he lost the
automatically
pound.
came up to him.
Like
Like there was no strength
Just
building.
like-
He just
Yeah.
he clearly he says he spent all his life trying to become an Arctic dog, but then only comes out to be 20 pounds and then loses one, and then but we never see any of that.
Mhm.
Exactly.
All of a sudden, it's just 21 years later.
3 years, but yes, 21 for yeah.
Yeah, 21,000 years. Yeah.
And he's still a skinny little dog. Nice. Still, it was bad. Bad.
Yeah, I mean,
All right, final ratings.
Final ratings. It's time to rate
Thomas,
this.
you can go first.
Okay, I'll give it 4.5. Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
give it 4 out of 5. Oh no, 4.5 out of 10. Because although the plot was bad,
Purple
everything
pack,
was
baby.
bad. Lenny was baller. Meanwhile Lenny. That's the problem. There wasn't enough Lenny. And
Honestly, I agree with that.
and Swifty, they tried. Like he tried. The movie didn't look bad. There we go. Movie didn't look bad. That's the legit one. Plot was bad.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll go next. The plot was bad. The plot was bad. That is like the worst thing a movie can do. But the execution was not like the worst thing ever. Like the worst thing I've seen and stuff. Like the production,
Yeah,
production
it was only
was
1 minute. I'm at 1
production
hour
was
30
good.
minute movie. Yeah, it was only 1 hour 30-minute movie. So
Yeah. The one thing I did really not like was the character building. It really didn't provide a lot of backstory. You know what? I might have to drop it down to a 4. You know, yeah. There's there are way too many factors to that to just I'm dropping it down to a 4.
okay, quick
It
cut 4.
is, yeah. The character building was the worst thing in my opinion.
Dude, I am I'm quite closer with Rotten Tomatoes than you guys are.
Ooh.
I'd have to give it like a 2.5. For me,
Okay.
I mean, like, there's so much confusion about this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about this from a kid's perspective.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not talking like toddler. I'm talking about like a kid that knows,
Like,
they're watching
yeah.
a movie because they want to watch a movie.
And yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're not gonna even. They're gonna be questioning the same things we are. If you have a kid
Yeah.
questioning all that, I feel like you're just not. I mean, the visuals were cool. Lenny was G. But honestly, if Lenny might be the only thing giving it a 2.5.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like names and slang that just aren't gonna stick with a kid or like stick with anybody really.
That movie.
Then like, how do you actually give
Alright.
that movie a review?
So total rating we got 11
Okay.
out of 30, and I would say, excuse my language, Arctic shit. That's exactly what that movie is.